Hi, everybody, and thanks for being here on this Tuesday, 24 days into the month of January. We are, and again, glad to have you with me tonight. One of our top stories will be whatever information I can provide to you at this hour, at what has turned out to be the body of, we believe, a man of unknown identity as of this time in the Bloomington area on Bloomington Road, as I understand, here in McGoffin County. Now, this report came into authorities shortly after the 4 o'clock hour, and in that time frame, myself unable to leave the building as I start pre-production right around 4:30 and close to 5. However, I was in contact with McGoffin County Sheriff Bill Meade just a short time ago. He was just going on scene, and I believe that we'll have some sort of an update for you before I leave you this evening. It's my understanding that a body was found in or next to the road, that someone discovered the body, and actually there was also an attempt possibly at CPR. That is unconfirmed. Again, I'll have, I do believe, something from the sheriff in just a few moments before I leave you for this evening, whatever details he is able to release at this hour. As for the rest of the show, the first city council meeting of the new administration took place last night, I think less than 10 minutes, so with the fluid situation here, we're going to show that to you pretty much in its entirety in just a few moments. I have indictments returned just last week from the Johnson County Grand Jury, high school basketball scores and updates, and I'm going to try to get all of that in before I leave you tonight. Some good news, more good news of this like, and this is so positive to see, and to see these parcels of land being used for such a wonderful purpose, taking literally eastern Kentuckians to a higher ground. For the second time now in his administration, the governor making a major announcement earlier today about new high ground homes, this time in Perry County, in Hazard, literally just a short jaunt, less than 5 miles or so from downtown Hazard. They have secured a 50-acre site to build housing for flood, of course, affected victims. This is close to schools in Perry County, the ARH Medical Center, shopping, other places of business. Plans are already in place for the first phase of the site to include about 150 houses. Now, this is being partially funded by the Team Eastern Kentucky Flood Relief Fund. A lot of nonprofit builders, local nonprofit builders, are also being a part as well. Bashir saying that rebuilding on high ground is a chance to lift up entire communities with upgraded infrastructure and safe, affordable, energy-efficient homes. Now, of course, this is also on top of just a month ago in Knott County, the Knott-Perry County line in Talcum, where there was the first report of this nature. Also a large lot, large parcel of property, a number of homes to be built there, senior apartments, parks, recreation, an elementary school, all that and more. And the state says it's already evaluating other sites in Perry, Knott, Letcher, and Breathitt counties. Those counties account for a combined 75% of the homes lost to flood damage as of late. Initial planning has begun there, of course, in the Knott-Perry County area, and will include an improved water treatment facility, roads, and utilities for the area, which will benefit the entire region. That's really, really remarkable. Just a little entertaining news for you. Thrilled, as is all of country music, but all of Eastern Kentucky as well. Chris Stapleton performing the national anthem at Super Bowl 57 on February the 12th. Rihanna will be performing on Fox, and that's just great. Who knows what that might it could be. Who knows where he'll show up throughout the rest of the day. But definitely the national anthem to be performed, perhaps like it never has for the Super Bowl. Looking very forward to the pregame activities. Let's go ahead and right now and go to a number of indictments returned recently by the sitting Johnson County Grand Jury. First off, 49-year-old Glenn Ray Moore of Paintsville was indicted on assault in the third of a police officer, terroristic threatening, and criminal trespassing in the first degree. This goes back to May the 23rd of last year, when he is said to have assaulted Officer Brian Runyon with the Paintsville Police Department. He was ordered held on a $10,000 bond. This also comes about for trespassing by entering a dwelling on Lower Street in Paintsville when not supposed to or allowed to be there. Darren Blankenship, 51 of Hager Hill, was indicted on a single count of criminal mischief in the first degree, facing 1 to 5 years and up to $10,000 in fines. The indictment says on August the 14th of 2018, he damaged property owned by James Vickroy, exceeding $1,000. Charles D. Sickman IV was named in multiple indictments. The first for possession of a handgun by a convicted felon, 3 counts, and as well 3 counts of possession of a firearm by a convicted felon after authorities found him to be in possession of a total of 6 weapons altogether, with him illegally doing so on September the 7th of last year. He was also named in a separate indictment for cultivating marijuana over 5 plants with a firearm enhancement. This all stemming from the same incident. An investigation on September the 7th of last year. Fleeing and evading police on foot, wanted endangerment in the first degree, and tampering with physical evidence. Also indicted Donald Webb of Louisa, 37 years of age, for a count of assault in the first degree for causing serious personal injury to a Van Leer man on November the 5th of 2022. 40-year-old William Hicks of Sitka was named on a multiple count indictment, fleeing and evading police in the first degree in a motor vehicle, wanton endangerment in the first, driving on a DUI suspended, first offense or greater, and improper display of registration plates on the vehicle he was in and tried to elude authorities from. He tried to elude deputies Jason Arms and Lauren O'Brien with the Johnson County Sheriff's Department in October of this past year. He was ordered held on a $10,000 cash bond. This East Point man was named in 2 separate indictments. 44-year-old Roy Prater in the first, indicted for burglary in the 3rd degree, being a persistent felony offender, meaning he already had 2 prior felonies on his record, and criminal mischief in the 1st degree for burglarizing an outbuilding owned by a Johnson County resident. He was also indicted for being a convicted felon in possession of a handgun, 2 separate counts that related to the same incident when he is said to have burglarized that outbuilding and being found in possession of 2 firearms illegally. Stephen Ray Cantrell of Oil Springs, 39 years of age, indicted for receiving stolen property over $1,000. He was said to be found in possession of a Honda motorcycle worth about $2,000, stolen from a McCauley man in Oil Springs on April the 5th of 2022. A Prestonsburg woman, Laura M. Tackett, 52, was indicted on a single count of possession of a handgun by a convicted felon for being in possession of a 9mm on June the 10th. Arrested by Trooper Mark Spencer of the Kentucky State Police, who brought before the case before the grand jury. 35-year-old Justin Jones of Nippa, indicted on a count of possession of a firearm by a convicted felon, as well as menacing. He was in possession of a 12-gauge shotgun around June the 15th of last year, according to Johnson County Sheriff's Department. And 2 people were said to be indicted in complicity with each other on similar charges, the first being a Sitka man, both residents of Sitka. The first, Eric Clayton Castle, indicted for trafficking in methamphetamine over 2 grams and being in possession of drug paraphernalia. He was said to have been trafficking and in possession of about 33 grams of methamphetamine, over $800 in cash and other items, with the intent to traffic therein, digital scales, a smoking pipe, other items. And indicted along with him was a female. She was indicted on the same 2 charges of trafficking in methamphetamine and possession of drug paraphernalia, but she was indicted as well on account of tampering with physical evidence for trying to destroy or alter some of the items that they were found to be in possession of, leading up to the indictment. Again, that was 31-year-old Saber Napier of Sitka. Also named in indictments, Kimberly Kiger of Paintsville for possession of meth, possession of drug paraphernalia, and possession of a controlled substance in the 2nd degree. Chad Payton of Paintsville, indicted for possession of meth, possession of drug paraphernalia. Raymond Roman of Staffordsville for possession of a handgun by a convicted felon. Other indictments include Donald Hackworth of Green Street in Moorhead, indicted for possession of meth, DUI, operating on a suspended license, possession of marijuana, and possession of drug paraphernalia. Robert Burchett of Left Fork of Grassy in Staffordsville, possession of meth, possession of paraphernalia, public intoxication, Cindy Collins of Paintsville for possession of meth and possession of paraphernalia. LaVonna Tackett of Paintsville, possession of meth, operating a motor vehicle under the influence, suspended license, possession of paraphernalia, no registration. Lester Height of Freeland, Kentucky for possession of meth, possession of paraphernalia, possession of marijuana. Michelle Collins of Paintsville for possession of methamphetamine, possession in the first degree. And that wraps up all indictments just returned in the recent days by the Johnson County Grand Jury. More headlines in just a moment.
Ratliff & Ratliff Family Dentistry, locally and family owned since 1969, is now proudly providing treatment for headaches, jaw and muscle pain. They offer trigger point therapy along with Botox to effectively treat and reduce symptoms of TMJ pain. And Dr. Beth Ann, member of the American Academy of Facial Aesthetics, also offers Botox therapy and dermal fillers for all of your cosmetic needs. Call 349-2812 to schedule an appointment and allow their highly trained and friendly staff to take care of all your dental and cosmetic needs. The reassurance of getting your medications and over-the-counter needs at Sagersville's oldest and most trusted pharmacy. The convenience of curbside pickup and call-ahead service. And the fact that you can walk in, order to go, or sit down and get gourmet quality hot fudge brownies, nachos, shakes, coffees, hot dogs with homemade sauce, desserts, and more makes it more than your hometown Good Neighbor Pharmacy. It's a destination in downtown Sagersville, Frazier's Prater Drugstore. It doesn't get any sweeter than that. There where every day starts, it's made and it ends. From hitting the floor to hitting the road and back, your feet carry the day's duties. And if you're hurting from what might be a work or sports or stress-related fracture you don't even know about, diabetic, or that all too often heel pain that just won't go away, or any type of pain or discomfort or in need of wound care, come to where they care.
Put your best foot forward and come visit our podiatry team. We care about our patients and their feet.
That's Dr. Cheney and her team at Hope Family Podiatry Center next to Hope Family Pediatrics on the Mountain Parkway.
Let's go ahead and go now to coverage, more or less complete coverage of last night's Sagersville City Council meeting, the first of this new administration. The meeting only lasting a few minutes in its entirety, and given the coverage that we're trying to provide this evening and get to in regards to the breaking headlines and news, we'll go ahead and take you to that meeting coverage right now, more or less in its entirety.
All right. First thing we have to do is select a temporary city clerk for the night. Here's somebody make a motion for Charlene. She's here. Who? Charlene.
Oh, I'll make a motion for Charlene.
I'll second. All in favor? All opposed. Summit engineer. They didn't make it. This agenda was made for last week's regular meeting. So they come today early, had to leave. Went around, showed some sewer projects. Pat showed them some stuff for amphitheater.
Yeah.
They're gonna write up some projects. Got some emergency sewer lines and water lines needs fixed. And we looked at about 8 or 10 of them.
You just get to look at that today over there?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep, looked at one. Bob Virgil's. The one going up Cement Hill. Broadway. Up by the water plant. Somewhere else. Forgot. But we got all that.
Okay.
They're writing up some papers to find some grant money. We'll get on that probably next meeting. NRH agreement with the state highway to get salt for the winter.
You motion?
Yep.
I make a motion.
Second.
Okay.
All in favor? All opposed. Select check signers. I have asked John Montgomery from Dixie, 2 former city council members, Jeff Ross and David Van Hoos.
Just, will there be anybody from the city or just them three?
Well,
I mean,
do you want me or Charlene? Either one.
which, here's the one, I mean,
It's up to you guys. I don't care.
So did they all three agree to do it?
Yeah.
So you want 2 out of the 3, is that what you're saying?
No, we want 4 in case somebody's out of town.
Oh.
But 2 people got to sign it, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Well, I
I'll
mean,
make a motion to accept those 4.
Which 4?
You said, you
well,
named
no, we
them.
named them 3, that's either Charlene or him.
Oh,
Shouldn't you, as mayor, sign the
I thought the
checks?
mayor automatically had to sign.
Yeah,
We'll
that's
put
what
you in them 3, how's that work?
that makes the 4.
I'll make a motion.
I make a motion.
Second.
Out of the 3.
Say,
All in favor? And the last thing is the school interagency agreement with furnishing Black Nichols at the school deal.
It's the same terms as
Same terms,
school pays for it, and everything,
school
right?
pays it, benefits and all.
Right.
What's that?
Benefits and all.
The school pays for it.
So do you hear a motion?
Yeah, I'll make a motion.
Second,
Second.
all in favor? I would ask you, if anybody out in the audience got anything to do, it's a special meeting. If they want to speak or anything, we can't. So a motion to adjourn,
Make a motion to adjourn.
all in favor?
Alright.
All opposed? Got one more question. Next city council meeting is on a holiday. President's Day. Federal holiday.
And as I've told the mayor before, I don't think that precludes us from having a meeting. It's just up to whether you want to have a meeting or not. So that'd be up to the council and the mayor. But nothing legally that says you can't have a meeting.
I said we have a meeting, you got a lot of people here probably had something they want to say tonight, they can't tonight because it's a special call meeting.
Okay.
I think they deserve the right to say something if they want to, and you can't tonight.
So we're
That's the
going
way I see it.
So we have a
Everybody
meeting,
else.
okay, if it's not
to,
illegal.
city hall will be closed, but we'll still have a meeting.
There's nothing illegal about having a meeting.
So it'll be the 3rd Monday of the month, right?
Same as it is right now, next month. Keep in mind, we'll set the date and time for the regular scheduled meetings again. For the following 4 years.
I'll make a motion, we have a regular meeting.
Don't need a motion, it's already said.
No.
Just let me know if you want to do it.
Yeah, I'll say that. Myself. I mean, like all these people, somebody probably want to say something, they wouldn't be here.
It's 6:30.
Oh, well, I said special at 6:30 and then the regular at 7, but.
And I'm always
No,
on regular at
it's
6:30 since.
6:30. Remember they changed it from 7 to 6:30.
Yeah, it's 6:30. I got to change it to 7 myself.
That's what you're gonna discuss next meeting.
That's
Right
what
now
I
it's
said
6:30.
Huh?
Right now it's 6:30 is what it's been.
Yeah. I leave Virginia at 5 o'clock. That's what you
Just remember, Mondays is usually your holidays.
Yeah.
Because of they do it on a Monday so you can have a long weekend. So Monday's usually your holiday.
I think you changed it to
So it don't matter to me, it's up to you guys.
But you can't do that until the next meeting though, can you?
Right.
We'll do it next meeting.
Right.
Think about it.
Okay,
Just go out.
that'll work.
Next, a relatively brief community calendar for tonight, but always brought to you by the friends and local family at McGoffin Farm Bureau. Yeah, just a couple of quick reminders. The Community Closet event. Janet Nichols is the one organizing this event at the Community Center, Saturday, February the 4th, 9 o'clock actually that morning. They're asking everyone to come and set up tables, and then if you've got any, new clothing, gently used, or other blessings that you could bestow in the community, they're hoping to have a really big community-wide community closet. Contact Janet Nichols and call Paul Montgomery, 424-6302, or contact he or Keisha Swords. If you're an athlete that would like to be a member of the McGoffin County Special Olympics organization, 8 years of age or older, or an adult who would like to help participate as well, a lot of ways you can help support the group. Everything is free at McGoffin County Special Olympics. As is the community calendar here at Your News Today. Send those announcements to me. Birthdays and anniversaries, too. We have one just about every night, so make sure you include those if you want those on the program. Love to have them. Going on to funeral service announcements provided nightly by the McGoffin County Funeral Home. 89-year-old Mentha Shepherd Smith Prater of Blue River passed away Saturday, survived by her daughters Helen Smith, Ellen Trimble, Ellen Stevens,
Johnson, Patricia Henson, Crystal Berger, brothers Owen Jack Shepard, Roger Lee Shepard, and Ed Shepard, as well as sisters Ruby Jean Bradley, Elma K. Cottle, 13 grandchildren, 22 great-grandchildren, and 14 great-great-grandkids. Memphis proceeded in death by her husbands, Wendell Smith and Harmon Prater. Services will be held Thursday morning from the Mountain of Hope Baptist Church. Friends can call on the church this evening from 6 till 9, Wednesday, tomorrow, and then prior to Thursday morning's services. The McGoffin County Funeral Home is in charge of arrangements. And arrangements are incomplete at this hour. For first, 69-year-old Sharon Fate of Sagersville, who passed away Monday at Sagersville Nursing and Rehab. And arrangements are also pending at this hour for 29-year-old Brandon Miller of Sagersville. He passed away today at the Kindred Hospital in Louisville. Again, those two services to be announced soon through the McGoffin County Funeral Home.
Bring your own device to Appalachian Wireless and get up to $300 in bill credits. If you're looking to switch to the Big Blue Appalachian Wireless Network, there's no better time than right now. Up to $300 in bill credits are possible if you own your own device. Go into an Appalachian Wireless retail location or visit us on the web to learn more and to see the new phones and plans available at Appalachian Wireless. We are you. We are Appalachian Wireless. Restrictions apply. Full terms on AppalachianWireless.com/BYOD.
At Golden Law Office, our attorneys previously represented the nation's largest insurance and trucking companies, handling cases involving serious personal injury and death. We know their strategies, how they will defend the case, and what factors drive large settlements. The attorneys at Golden Law Office can use this inside knowledge to ensure your case is handled effectively and aggressively. Hiring Golden Law Office provides you with a strategic advantage. Call Golden Law Office today.
I'm Bill Tinker. I've spent the past 19 years defending insurance companies in car crashes, truck crashes, and slip and falls. Are you involved in a case like that? Is the insurance company giving you the runaround about your medical bills, your benefits, or your lost wages? Contact me at McFarland Tinker Law Office. With our combined experience of over 58 years, we're here ready to work for you.
Banking from home or on the go has never been easier and will forever be an important and necessary part of life. And Sagersville National has been and will always be at the forefront of meeting and exceeding your financial needs and giving you the safest and most worry-free online and mobile banking so you can worry about the important things, like what's for dinner. They're there when you need them at the main and branch locations of the Sagersville National Bank. Someone dies in the U.S. every 7 minutes from an overdose, and over half of the population gets or takes pills from a friend or a relative. And about 46 million and counting are exposed to narcotics in their drinking water. So don't toss them, flush them, or leave them lying around. Safely dispose of your unneeded meds anytime at Parkway Pharmacy,
where you can always talk to a pharmacist when you need one.
McGoffin County Sheriff's Department, EMS, Rescue, and the Kentucky State Police are all still on the scene after the discovery of a body in the Bloomington area in McGoffin County this afternoon. It was sometime around 4 or 4:30 or so that the call came into McGoffin County 911. Here's what I know at this hour.
Someone with the office and studios here was able to stop in the vicinity and get this picture. This is traffic actually blocked and stopped near the scene of the investigation. The coroner on scene, as is, of course, EMS, the before-mentioned respondents, including State Police and the McGoffin County Sheriff's Department. I just during the break spoke with McGoffin County Sheriff Bill Meade, who was on scene, and could only confirm the following, that it is obviously still early in the investigation, but that a man's body was discovered in the roadway. This would be about a half a mile from 460 in the mouth of Bloomington, just past the Bloomington Park in that direction. That is where we are looking. That is where a motorist found a man's body lying in the road after 4 o'clock this afternoon. The man already unconscious, also pronounced dead at the scene, ultimately after EMS arrived, as did the Montgomery County Coroner's Office. Authorities have not determined as of yet if this was a case of a vehicle striking the man or some sort of foul play, but he did have obvious injuries to his body that indicates that it was not just a natural cause of death type situation. But anything other than that would be speculation at this time. So that is all I have to report. We do know that, again, the Kentucky State Police are assisting and helping investigate the incident. Trooper Billy Hall was on scene, and that it was a man's body. His identity obviously not being released at this time. I'm not even sure if it had been confirmed at the time that I spoke with the sheriff just a few moments ago. At 6 o'clock, they were still very well into their investigation, and Bloomington in this portion will be shut down for an undetermined amount of time while they continue to conduct that investigation. I will have a follow-up for you on tomorrow's program.
Right now, here's what I can tell you about the mix we have in the weather department. A mix literally of rain and snow. Temperature's not all that cold, but we do have some wintry weather ahead. We're going to see close to 60 degrees tomorrow, and then a big fall off there temperature-wise, but not getting below 29, I don't think, at any time in the forecast. And the possibility of maybe a quarter to a half an inch of snowfall.
Here's how your 7-day is shaping up. Active, yes, to say the very least. Nothing all that extreme, but definitely an active pattern. We've got a bunch of different systems rolling through that are going to give us changing conditions, starting with the overnight tonight. We'll see 35 degrees. Ultimately tonight, a light easterly wind, 3 to 4 or 5 miles per hour or so. Our first chance of precipitation does come in the chance of rain, possibly some snowflakes. Really not until the a.m., mainly between 1 and 4 in the a.m. We could see some rain and or snow. We're going to be, 35. Could be cold enough, and it's certainly possible to give us some snow. Less than a half an inch if we do see any tonight. And it won't be around very long, because tomorrow we will hit 59 degrees. So yeah, the possibility of a few flakes during the overnight and 35. For your Wednesday, we're going to hit 59. There's going to be windy conditions for the next few days associated with this next system rolling through. Out of the east, southeast tomorrow, up to 25, 26 miles per hour. Maybe gusts at times close to 35 and 40 for your Wednesday. We do have as well a chance of showers. We're going to see showers throughout the day, on and off, adding up to a quarter, maybe a half an inch total on the high side. So a rainy day tomorrow at times, 59, and definitely we have a wind advisory in effect already for all of the viewing area. This is already in effect from 7 a.m. tomorrow to 7 p.m. tomorrow night. And then tomorrow night, in the backside of this thing, we still see some winds, and then we'll see 33 degrees and the chance of some flakes to fall tomorrow night, not accumulating to anything. Thursday, though, rain and snow showers likely before 2, only 39 degrees, dropping 20 degrees off. Winds still breezy up to 25 miles per hour, and again, a 60% chance of rain and or snow. We dry up, as you saw, and by Friday, we don't clear up. Mostly cloudy, 41, still breezy on your Friday, but it will be a dry day before the weekend. And here is your weekend. Saturday looks to be a little bit warmer, back up to 51, partly sunny skies, dry for the most of your Saturday, technically all of your Saturday. A 30% chance of showers really 5 a.m. Sunday morning during the overnight. That could lead to more of a rainy day than not on your Sunday. A 60% chance of showers. For the latter half of your weekend, will fall down to the mid-40s for daytime highs. Nighttime lows consistently in the 30s, low to mid to high there throughout the rest of your 7-day. There you see Monday, 43, cloudy, a 40% chance of showers. Ditto for your Tuesday. Maybe a little bit of snow at the end of your Tuesday or at the start of your Tuesday, and then showers in the latter part. And that is my time. Thank you for being a part of it. I will see you back here tomorrow. An update on the man's body discovered in the Bloomington area and a host of other news that you'll see here. Good night, and thank you for watching.